I'd like to give all glory and praise and honor unto the Most High, and we're going to get into it, man. We're going to start with Psalms 58, verse 3, and it says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies." They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And I kind of wanted to connect this to the, like little children, or kids in these that they grew up in these Masonic households. Their parents was Masons. Their family was Masons, this, that, and the third, and they're automatically indoctrinated into those covenants that their parents made. They have to pick up that torch and carry it, no matter what all manner of wickedness their parents did. They carry that torch on now. You know what I mean? So as soon as they be born, they're speaking lies, and a lot of people think that these kids are not involved in these things at a young age. And basically, what I'm going to show you in this video clip coming up is from the channel called Soft Right Underbelly. And basically this guy, what he does, he goes around, he interviews drug dealers, gang members, pimps, prostitutes, drug addicts, things like that on his channel. And basically this woman, she was giving her intro, and in her intro you're going to see the things that she said her parents was into, and she's also going to tell you the things that she had to do and the things that she was into while she was young, So let's get into it. We're going to get right back.
18 or 19 and stayed there for 17 years. And then I left I left New York, and I met up with Pimp and Ken, and we went all across the South. And I learned the game, and that's how I got my introduction. That's how I came into the game.
Let's go back to your family. You had both parents growing up?
I did. My mother was very Masonic. She was a Eastern Star. My grandmother and grandfather were very Masonic. My grandfather was very Masonic, so they were all into like that whole world.
What does Masonic mean?
Well, very spiritual. Some may call it satanic. I'm not on that side, even though my family was very Eastern Starish and Masonic and Temple-ish, and I do remember taking oaths and pledges when I was younger, because that's what my family was and that's what they were about. Excuse my hands, it's a little but that's what they were about. And I'm on a different side of the fence right now.
And how was your childhood?
I had a wonderful childhood. My mother worked 32 years in General Motors. I didn't want for anything. My father owned his own construction company. So I was a very spoiled little girl. I had everything I wanted growing up. I didn't have...
So as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. So you see that she said she had to participate in taking those oaths and things like that. She said some people consider it satanic. Consider it is, satanic. But yeah, man, this is what they have to do. This is what they have to do at a young age, man. And whatever all manner of wickedness that their parents was doing, they have to take that on. No matter what they were doing, they cover for their parents. She had to take those oaths as a little girl, man. So when they're indoctrinated into these groups, man, they're never gonna go against these groups. Why? Because they also have to carry on all that wickedness that their parents did before them. Like you don't get into these groups without doing all manner of wickedness, man. What's the big secret? What's the big secret? If you're a targeted individual, because you live in it, you're experiencing it. You see what they doing out here. You see the all manner of wickedness and the lies that they tell. And their very livelihood depends on them being in these groups, man. Somebody that's outside of these groups, hey, you a regular Joe Schmo going to work doing your thing. Hey, you're not subject to the laws of these groups, man. You don't fall under these groups. You know what I mean? They do all manner of wickedness. Like I said, what's the big secret? You already see it. You're living it. You're experiencing it. We see the murders that's committed, in these groups. We see the all manner of wickedness. We see the lies. We see the corruption. This is it, man. And what are the Most High says? What does the scripture says in the Maccabees? Ecclesiasticus 19:22. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. You mean? You know, that's all it is in these groups. I mean, a knowledge of wickedness, man. So, you know, and like I said, that's why you see, you know, a lot of these kids out here, they doing it, they harass you, they send their kids out to do it too, because these kids took these oaths too at a young age, whether people want to believe it or not. You know what I mean? And they feel like they're doing the right thing. I mean, like the scripture says, they estranged from the womb as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. You mean, do this, do that, do this, do that. They tell them to do these things, man. These are, and like she even said it herself, some people consider it satanic. It ain't no consider it. She knows. You could tell she was fumbling and stumbling, and she really didn't want to speak on it too much, because she know all the manner of wickedness that goes in with it. It don't take a genius to wake up to this stuff, to know that, look, man, what I'm doing is wrong. I mean, but they never gonna go against it. Why? Because their livelihood depends on it. I mean, that's why, the scripture says, let the wheat and the tares grow together, man. And then when they become older, they're gonna be separated. Wheat and tares, are similar. Similar plants, and it takes an experienced eye to tell them apart. There's the same thing going on here with these, with these, a lot of these people. Like I said, we grew up, going to school, going about our everyday, life, and that time that time came where a separation came. That's what the scriptures talked about. The wheat and the tares are gonna grow together, and when they become older, you're gonna see who's who. And a lot of these guys, they consider themselves to be the cream of the crop. But nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. So I just wanted to show you this little short video. I mean, look, man, these kids do take these oaths at a young age, and she's an example of that. So all praises to the Most High, man.